Hello, 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 and welcome to my first reaction to season 3 of Squid Game. So, I do apologize that this might be a little bit later than I originally intended. I did have an emergency when I was supposed to initially record these, and that took my entire attention for a hot minute, but everything's okay. You know, I'm working through it, but yeah, I had to record this just a little bit later than originally intended, so I apologize if it's a little late. All right. The other thing that I'm going to say is definitely, if you care, tune in to the end of this reaction, and I am going to talk about kind of my release schedule for these reactions, what I have been dealing with in regards to copyright, behind the scenes, and all of that. But I just don't want to bog down this intro with all of that, so refer to the end of the video if you do in fact care about all that stuff. All right. You know, sometimes when I start a new season of a show, I think, is there going to be a time jump? Are we going to start off immediately where we left? We're going to start off immediately where we left. I'm pretty sure. There is too much to address. There's a lot of fallout of what just happened. I think probably within the game, but also mentally for a lot of these people. I do think that there is going to be probably a high focus, particularly in this episode, about Gion and how he's dealing with what just happened. I mean, not just the survivor's guilt of it all, which I'm sure that will be present, but also just the idea that he really did try to seize the opportunity that he thought would stop all of this, and it didn't happen, you know, and he lost, you know, Jungbei in the process. That is a lot to process on his end, let alone everybody else. So buckle up, let's go. Okay, we're back here.
제 딸이 많이 아픕니다. 은광아, 살고 싶으면 내 말 들어.
Okay. Okay, well that's currently good news, which you don't get often with this show. I say currently because is he being kept alive to be saved or to be an organ donor? You know, we'll find out. We'll find out. But okay. But
왜 갑자기 이런 이쁜 짓을 하는 거야? 지금이라도 깨달았으니까 다행이네.
I don't know. I don't know, but she might
좀 시켜줘.
try to save him.
뭘?
우리 이미 한미를 탄 사이 아니야? 그럼 서로 비밀이 없어야지.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. She does seem pretty ruthless, so maybe not, but come on, give me something to make me feel better, okay? Because all of this, I'm sure will not, you know? Is somebody in there? Or is somebody going in there? Is it Gion? Maybe?
죽은 거야?
살아있어요.
산실에 굴러다니는 손수병 세보니까 꽤 마셨더만.
You stop talking.
훔쳐가지고 오바이터로 나왔다가
새벽에 그 소리가 그 소리였나? 무슨 소리야?
아니 새벽에 밖에서 사람 소리도 나고 우당탕 소리 같은 게 나더라고.
그게 몇 시였어?
나가 봤는데 박 선장님도 나오셨더라고. 아 그때 우리가 사람들께서 더 찾아볼 걸 그랬는데.
빨리 근처부터 수색해보자.
시체 찾다가 시간 다 보낼 거야? 어?
터널 안에 솜 찾아야 된다면서.
I need them to figure this out.
가까운 항구로 가서
Because if this captain keeps fucking about, I am... Oh, it's gonna be so frustrating to watch all season. No. I need you to... Well, I need them to figure it out.
아이고, 우리 선생님 살았네. 살았어.
정신이 좀 드세요?
다른 사람들은요?
정배 씨는요?
Why?
지금까지 적립된 총 상금은 396억, 1인당 상금은 6억
Ugh,
6천만 원입니다.
that fucking guy. Can't stand him.
이제 다음 게임의 속행 여부를 묻는 재투표를 시작하겠습니다.
I didn't... Alright.
왜 나를 죽였어? 대답해! 이유는 뭐야? 왜 나를 살려둔 거야? 왜? 쏘라고 이 새끼들아! 그래 쏘! 왜 나만 살려둔 거야? 내가 나한테 원하는 게 뭐야?
Okay.
왜 너만 죽일 거야? 그러니까 그냥 날 죽여!
Oh.
혹시 상황이 나빠지면 어떡하죠?
다 죽여. 형사도 같이.
Oh wow. Oh wow. But
이제 다음 게임의 속행
another
여부를
reason why we need to
재투표를
figure it out. Okay, we need to get the wheels a turning.
다시 역순으로 진행하겠습니다. 456번 투표해 주세요.
You know, I don't think Team X is really gonna win this vote.
안 잡아먹으니까 편하게 하세요.
네, 자유롭게 합시다.
눈치 보지 말고 프리스타일로 하세요. 편하게.
I mean, I feel like there's no way that the X's are gonna get it. Not just because this is episode 1 of season 3, and we've got a lot more to go, but just within the show. No way.
지금까지 파악된 인명피해는 VIP들이 곧 도착한다. 네.
Oh, great. Love those guys. All right. Let's see what you do, girl.
거야. 여기도 데이트하기 좋은 데가 있는데 잠깐 들릴까?
얘기가 길어. 일단 작업실부터 가고 나서
내가 이야기 받은 데가 있어. 너도 좋아할 거야.
다음 게임을 속행하겠습니다.
Oh, good.
수고하셨습니다.
That means more trauma for me. Great. And all of them. And all of you. I'm just kidding.
456번 혹시 이게 다 당신 작전이었어?
Shut the fuck up.
반란한다고 어찌됐건 이 파리의 일만 다 데리고 나가서 싹 죽여준 덕분에 돈도 쌓이고 투표도 쉽게 이기고
Okay.
박수 드립시다.
Oh, I'm so mad. Okay.
내가 말했지? 네가 여기 온 건 네 뜻이 아니라고.
Why is everybody coming up and talking their shit? I mean, I guess the answer to that is because they can.
들리지? 그 소리는 점점 더 커질 테니까. 넌 죽는 순간까지 그 비명 소리를 듣게 돼.
I do not support violence, but kick her in the face. I'm sorry, that is so rude. Oh. Yeah, some of you fuck around too much. I'm sorry. But, ooh, she drives me insane.
상태 좋은 놈 하나 데려왔지. 그게 얘가 우리한테 준 선물이야.
여긴 왜 데리고 온 거야?
Is it?
11번에 들었어? 신발 지금까지 너 때문에 날린 돈이 얼마인 줄 알아?
필요 없어.
자, 그럼 우리 11번의 선물 한번 열어볼까?
I think she might. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, she's gonna shoot them all.
우리 같이 하기로 한 거지? 미친년!
Damn.
내가 왜 북에서 내려가는 줄 아니? 너 같은 중대장놈 대가리에
And she shot him. Yes. Yeah. Huh? All right.
이 사람 살려. 못 살리면 너도 죽어.
Damn, girl. Okay.
너 고구마 좋아하잖아.
Very interested to see where his character goes. Yeah, truly could. I feel like go either way. Doing the right thing or just not.
이제 선생님 조금이라도 드셔요.
Ah, ma. Oh, yeah, he's done.
선생님이 우리 다 살리려고 그런 거.
Oh.
나쁜 놈들을 혼내주고.
죄송해요. 제가 어떻게든
Oh, my love.
탄창을 가지고 갔어야 했는데.
Oh, my love.
다 대호 씨 때문인데.
나도 보고 엄마도 보고 여기 있는 사람들 다 봤어요.
저기 대호 씨가 한창 챙겨서 나가려다가 그냥 주저앉아 버리더라고요.
Oh.
이런다고 죽은 사람이 돌아오나? 산 사람은 살아야죠. 안 그래요?
He is out of it, and he just got some brand new information, and he's already not mentally doing well. Uh-oh, not the turning look like that. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Okay.
형이 형, 안 자면
Yes, let's
한잔하면서 잠깐 얘기 좀 할 거 있어.
converse, maybe about the captain. Might be. Let's do it.
아니요, 괜찮습니다. 네, 무슨 얘기요? 말씀하세요.
박 선장 말이야.
My king. My
저번에
king.
황 형사가 물에 빠졌을 때 구해줬다 그랬지?
네, 깨어났을 땐 병원이었고 박 선장님 얘기는 어머니한테 들었어요.
나도 그냥 그런가 보다 했는데 근데 그때 박 선장이 이 손에
My
뭘
king.
들고 있는 것 같더라고.
드라이버요?
어둡긴 했어도 분명히 봤어. 드라이버를 들고 있는 거.
박 선장님이 드론 기사 실종이랑 관계가 있다고 생각하시는 거예요?
Yes. Bingo.
척이 좀 좋은 편이거든. 근데 그 박 선장 그 사람 뭔가 좀 껄쩍지근한데요.
제 생명의 은인이고 지난 몇 년간 그 사람 찾는 걸 도와주신 분이에요. 내일 새벽에 출항해요. 그만 돌아가서 주무세요.
Okay. Okay. I don't blame.
내일부터 배 위에선 술 금지입니다.
Okay. Okay. That's kind of fair. But I don't blame Junho for not believing him given the history and everything like that. I would like him to. You know? Let's get those wheels a turning, like I said. Okay, Gion. Okay. Oh, that stare. That stare. I would be so scared if I woke up and he was staring at me like that. Okay, okay. Gion is out here really embracing his Michael Myers energy. I don't know why I gasped. I shouldn't be surprised. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
그럼 게임을 시작하기에 앞서 줄을 선정하겠습니다. 한 번씩 나와서 앞에 놓인 추첨기에서 공을
Okay, it's
뽑아주시기
random and not people selecting.
자기네 그 뇌혈관은 다치지 않았어.
That's
공감은
good.
잘 됐는데 좀 많이 흘렸어. 수혈해야 하는데 피가 없어.
내 필요해.
혈액형
O형이야.
Oh, I was
그럼
gonna say
괜찮은 거잖아.
it might not work, but okay. I just know, yeah, they're gonna get separated in different teams for sure. Yeah, I already knew that. Great.
괜찮아. 아직 뭐 하는지도 모르잖아. 어?
That is true, but even still. Cool. Okay. All right. Just gonna stare at the floor for a moment. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Okay. I looked up to read the subtitles. Just don't speak for a hot second while you do this. Oh God.
이번 게임은
Okay.
숨바꼭질입니다. 파란 팀은 게임장 안에서 30분 내에 출구를 찾아 탈출하거나
Okay.
그럼 실례는 게임장 안에 숨은 파란 팀을 30분 내에 찾아내서 죽이면 성가입니다. 죽이지 못하면
Oh
탈락입니다.
shit.
저 사람들이 우릴 죽인다고요?
그렇습니다.
Oh my goodness. Can even some of them like
이게 뭐죠?
actually kill
여러분이
people?
받으신
I'm sure some are fine with it,
게임장에
but
있는 문들에 하지만 한 번 연문은 다시 잠글 수 없습니다.
그럼 저쪽은 어디 숨을 수도 있고 열쇠로 탈출할 수 있으면
그래서 빨간 팀 여러분께도 작은 선물을 준비했습니다. 상자를 열어서
Knives?
확인해 주시길 바랍니다.
oh my word. Oh my this is gonna be traumatizing. I already know it. I already know. Oh, this fucker.
빨간 팀은
너희들은 잘 숨어 있어. 너희들이 더 쉽네. 쉽겠네 너희들이.
The grass is greener, right?
그런 거 잘 아시잖아요.
여러분들 중에서 자신의 역할이 마음에 들지 않는 분이 계시면 게임이 시작되기 전에 상대팀과 역할을 바꾸실 수 있습니다. 하지만
오케이.
게임이 시작된 후에는 자신의 조끼를 벗거나 상대와 교환하는 행위가 엄격히 금지됩니다.
Oh. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts on that, but we'll wait until the end.
어디에요? 빨리 오세요. 지금 출발해요.
황영, 먼저 출발해. 난 못 가.
아, 무슨 소리예요?
That's my king.
설마 아직도 그 얘기예요?
내 촉이 웬만하면 틀린 적이 없거든.
That is my king.
연락할 테니까 그때까지 황영도
Also, you said no drinks, sweetie pie. Just kidding. He said, about that. No, he's gonna, okay. You still need to be careful, my dear.
아니 어째 갑자기 여기까지
But I'm glad that he's
오늘따라
away
아침부터
from
불러내고
the captain.
그래요.
큰형님이 죽었어.
예? 큰형님 죽었다고요? 어찌다가요?
말하자면 길어.
너 이거 가위바위보 하나 빼기 알지?
알죠?
그러니까 나랑 형님하고 둘이서 이거를 딱 했는데
Oh,
아니다. 어디 가서 해장국 하자.
literally everyone in this show has fresh trauma, you know?
시동 걸어.
가면서 얘기해줄게.
이들은 아무도 여기서 살아서 나갈 수가 없어. 하지만 오직 내가
Okay.
눈으로 보는 것이 아니야. 천지신명께서 내 손을 잡고 이끌어 주신다.
Again, I hate to wish violence on somebody so constantly, but I kind of hope she gets got.
너 숨는 거 존나 잘하잖아. 민수야, 내 어젯밤에 너 존나 찾아다녔거든. 네가 안 보이더라고. 어디 숨어 있었어? 그 씨발년은 지가 무슨 원더우먼인 줄 알아. 걔 씨발년, 족같은 년이 사람 개무시하다 씨발 어디서.
I wonder why she did that. You know. Ugh.
봤어? 구해줘야지. 그 씨발년은 너를 존나 좋아하더만. 응.
You better watch out. Minsu might snap soon. Minsu is like, can I kill somebody on the red team?
뒤지고
Maybe.
우리 팀 다 뒤지고 지금 너랑 나밖에 안 남았거든. 그러니까 이번엔 용기를 좀 내, 민수야. 응?
You can do it, my bro, 민수.
나랑 바꿔. 네가 열쇠 가지고 가. 그래야 우리 둘 다 살 수 있어.
신경 꺼.
Oh,
내일은 내가 알아서 해.
she's really sticking to that theme.
너 사람 못 죽여.
너랑 아이 지켜줄게, 준이야.
I really okay.
나는 너랑 그 돈만 가지고 갈 수 있으면 여기 있는 사람 다 죽일 수 있어.
이 아이 지키려면 나도 뭐든지 할 수 있어.
그럼 네가 나를 죽여. 게임
wow.
시작되면 너 찾아갈 테니까 그 칼로 나 찌르고 너 여기서 나가.
Oh wow.
나 줘.
게임장에 들어가면 저 칼든 놈들이 눈에 불을 켜고 훅 쫓아올 건데 우리 둘 다 죽어.
Oh, not necessarily, but I don't know. I don't know.
넌 어릴 적부터 동네 애들이랑 싸워도 맨날 바보처럼 저 터지고
No, I'm not like a fool.
네가 누구
Mom, don't say that.
제대로
엄마 그걸로 사람 쫓아가서 죽일 수 있어? 엄마야말로 아버지한테 맞으면서 한 번 반항도 못했잖아.
I don't know if either of them could. I don't know.
해볼게.
Okay.
저 혹시 저랑 바꾸실 수 있으시?
Sir! Sir! Are you embarrassed? You should be embarrassed. Oh my, I cannot believe he went up to kill him. And
저랑 바꾸면 주시면은 옆에서 지켜줄게요.
그쪽도 누굴 죽여야 되잖아요.
아 그건 내가 제가 같이 다니면서 할 수 있어요.
okay.
저 약속 꼭 지킬게요.
We will talk after the episode. But sweetie, with your track record, I don't think anybody's gonna believe that you are going to protect them. Okay! Okay, he's got that stare down. He surely does. Okay. Okay. Oh!
왜 자꾸 그렇게 쳐다보냐고요? 지금 뭐 이렇게 된 게 전부 다 내 탓이라는 거예요? 튀겼어요. 우리 어차피 못 이겼다고요. 이딴 식으로 쳐다보지 마! 나 때문에 아니라고!
I don't know that you want to push.
당신 때문이야. 당신이 말한 그 말도 안 되는 작전 때문에 다 죽은 거야. 당신이 죽인 거야. 당신이 죽인 거야. 씨발!
Okay. Okay.
잠시 후
아까 출발하기 전에 통화했는데 집에 급한 일이 생겼대요.
갑자기?
그러게.
Okay.
원래 치아이사 같이 폰만 잡고 목소리 큰 그런 인간들이 알고
shut
보면
up.
많다니까.
Shut up. Try to come for Hyunju. Try it. Oh, they switched.
엄마 잘 숨어 있어. 엄마 찾으러 갈게.
I don't know that you will, babe.
내가 지켜줄게.
Okay.
근데 내가 여기서 죽었어? 어? 거기다가 난 비상실. 너만 잘하는 데야. 어떻게든 꼭 살아남아서 엄마랑 녀석고
Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh, this. Oh, okay. I'm so stressed out. I am so stressed out.
약속 지켜.
Okay. I think Sir How I Feel About You is going to write a lot on what happens in the next episode. Because I think we're getting to the end, right?
숨어있지 말고 다들 흩어져서 출구를 찾아봅시다. 누구든 먼저 출구를 찾으면 소리를 질러서 어느 쪽인지 알려주는 겁니다.
Okay. That's really going to go right out the window.
나랑 같이 할래?
뭘?
Do not team up with this man. Girl, are you okay? Oh no.
할머니, 주희 씨, 저랑 같이 가요.
Yeah, that is the best strategy. If you are wearing the blue, stay with her. That's what I would do. Okay.
뭐 사귀자는 게 아니라 그냥 하룻밤 엔조이 하자고.
No. 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 I have a lot of feelings. Oh boy. No, no. No, no, not this man.
나 때문이야.
Okay. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I did have a feeling we were close to the end of the episode. Alright. Alright. It was just the premiere, and I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. The number one thing that I am going to say is that I have a feeling that the next episode is going to be extremely stressful for me. I don't know if this is a hot take or if, you know, maybe some people don't agree with this statement, but I am actually more invested this time around with the characters than I was in the first season. And that's no shade, because you guys know that I adored Ali and Sebyuk. There was a lot of amazing characters and stuff, but there's something really interesting I feel like about this season, that like I have these characters that I'm really rooting for and that I ride for, and then like ones that I truly cannot stand. And what I found to be interesting throughout this reaction is, you know, and I think it's going to come up again in the next reaction. You know, when it comes to Miss Shaman listening to the gods and the all of that, she's going to find her way out. And okay. I mean, in any other situation, I don't think that I'm really calling for people to murder other people in a lot of the shows that I watch, but this is truly a case of kill or be killed. And as you go on with Squid Game, you understand that some people gotta go, and I'm just gonna be honest, I have my preferences of who those people are. There are definitely some people here that it's so interesting, because going into this next episode, I swear I am just going to be over here screaming probably, and I'll try to keep it down for the sake of your ears, but I just truly, I have people that I really want to survive, and then I have people that I you know, hate to say it, but time's up. Okay? Knowing how the Squid Game typically goes, I'm sure that the people that I don't want to survive will keep on kicking. And it's just really interesting that I have like these people that I adore and I love. And I even told myself, you know, at the beginning of the second season, I told myself, don't get attached to people. Well, here we are. And that's, I think, kudos to the writing for that. And then we have people over on the other side, cannot stand. cannot stand. And you know what? Somebody's gotta go. Various somebodies have to go. So you know what? And then there's like Yoongi in the middle. I swear, I cannot get a read on his character. You know, he has these moments that I feel like are kind of sweet, but then I don't know. And I think truly what happens in this next episode, as I said, is going to really sort of help me sort out how I feel about him. If he sticks to his word, but I'm sorry, pairing up with that guy, that's not a good idea. It's not. Going into this, you know, I think Minsu might snap at some point. Gian almost certainly will snap at some point, and I'm going to get into all of that. You know, my heart breaks for Jimja and Yeon-sik because what do you do? You know, I'm not entirely sure that either of them could really go and kill somebody. And that's a big thing to ask. Right? You know, when they were kind of explaining the rules and you see the people's expressions on their face, it's very interesting because, you know, a lot of the people who are down to win and they've kind of at least made peace with the fact that people are going to die, it's probably easier for them to sort of leap to that idea that, okay, well, I have to kill them, you know? And so a lot of people were thinking Team Red has that advantage. And I don't necessarily disagree if that is your mentality. However, I feel like if I got red, there's no way. And I like, you know, you never know what you would be capable of in a survival situation until you're put in that survival situation. But for me, it's just, I don't think I could do it. And I mean, my strategy, I was going to say this at the end, my strategy would to become best friends, which I probably would have done by now, you know, if I was in this game and still survive, with Hyunju. That's the strategy. Stick with her. I swear, somebody's gonna come after her with a knife, and she will, she will pretty easily disarm them. And maybe not kill them, but like, at least get the knife and, you know what I mean? She was special forces. What are we doing here? And maybe, obviously, a lot of people were not completely privy. I mean, obviously she was showing everybody, you know, what to do with the guns and everything before they kind of went off on their failed mission. But a lot of the people who did see her in action did not make it. So maybe these people don't really know. But I don't know. I don't think you want to come at her with that knife. Good luck. My goodness. But yes, that would be my strategy. Because, oof. But it was just really interesting because there was a lot of people trying to get onto the red side, and there are people like, I feel like Jemja and Yeon-sik are sort of in this boat of, I don't know that I can do this. And I am sorry to say, I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't. And I hope you guys understand what I'm saying when I say this. Part of me absolutely wants Yeolsoewa to get somebody. Preferably a character I don't really like. Two birds, one stone. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't know how I feel about like rooting for him to kill somebody when I kind of know that it will probably traumatize him and break him from within. You survive at what cost? But you know, it's a complicated thing to dive into, obviously, and I'm trying my best over here. But you know, when I watch the next episode, I'm going to be very curious for my own reactions. To be like, am I going to root for him? I mean, I think I am. I would like him to survive. But truly, I do think that there are some characters in this that would be a very difficult thing to ask them to do. And I think I would fall in that category. So I have a lot of sympathy for those characters that are wearing red and they have to take someone's life. It's just, you know, sorry to harp on that so much. It's just something I was thinking about. And yeah. You know who doesn't seem to be having any problem charging in there with that knife? Gion. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. And I do have thoughts about all of this. Here's the thing. Every single person on the show has very severe trauma, whether they came into the game with it or not, right? They almost definitely do now. Gion he worked years. He worked so hard for so long. To get to that moment, to take out this game completely. And he lost Jungbei and all of the other people that, not all, but a good majority of the other people that followed him. Clearly he is not, I mean, I found it kind of interesting, you know, he was sort of staring into space. He was just, I said it, he was done, he was checked out, all of that. And then a tidbit of information shifted his focus. He's not mentally stable right now. And if he has decided that it is Daeho's fault, that doesn't look good for Daeho. I'll be very curious to see what happens with them in the next episode. Now, on Daeho's side, I remember I said when I watched the finale, which I'll get to that, but the reaction is now taken down, and I have tried to re-upload it countless times. Countless. Oh, it's been fun over here. And I really took it on face value that Daeho he was suffering from PTSD prior to the games. And everything. I've dealt with some people in my life that have had PTSD. And they kind of, when something triggers it, they freeze up like that a little bit. And so I did take it on face value. There were a couple commenters that were saying that no, they took it as he was never in the Marines, and he was trying to put on because he was such a coward and this, that, and the other thing. What I'm going to say is, let's say regardless of what actually triggered the not bringing the magazines and not pulling his weight, so to speak, right? Would that have probably helped? Sure. Yeah. Is it all his fault? I don't know that I would go as far to say that. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, or if that people don't agree. I think the fault of it is a mixture of a lot of things. One, going into it, you know that it's a bit of an uphill battle, right? Two, I think the biggest fault lies with, the spy in the mix, right? Which I also think heavily has to do with why Gi-hun is still alive, because there's just a weird, whatever. I mean, you all know. He wants to break him. And I think it's a mixture of a bunch of things. I don't think that we're really gonna say it's specifically this one person's fault. And I don't necessarily know that I do think Gi-hun is very aware of the role that he played and what transpired after all of that. But I think there is just layers of pain and grief and guilt and self-hatred. There's a lot, and he has found, we'll see how the next episode goes, but he has found somebody to target. And I'm not saying, it probably would have been better and possibly would have turned out better, or they might have made more progress, or whatever you want to call it, if Daeho didn't volunteer, if he didn't volunteer to get the magazines, and it was like Hyunju that went initially. But I think Ma had a pretty insightful comment. Jemja had a I just call her Ma. Had a pretty insightful comment, is like, throwing around this blame isn't going to bring anybody back. And that is true, and not that they don't deserve to deal with what transpired, but I don't know. What I do know is that Daeho better stay the fuck away from Gi-hun if he wants to survive, because it looks like he tunnel focus over there. Okay? And oof. I don't know. On some other notes, I swear I'm saying her name wrong. I'm so sorry. I might be saying various people's names wrong, but Noel, I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. But listen, I was hopeful, but I was like, I don't know what she's going to do. If this beloved father gets somewhat of a happy ending. That will be nice. Do I think that that's going to happen? Maybe not in this show. You know, I don't know what the next steps are. But, oh my goodness, I was a bit curious. I'm like, okay, girl, what are you gonna do? And she kind of came through. She really came through. Needleness aside, you know, I appreciated that. It was like a little blip of hope in a sea of just tragedy, and just knowing that you're gonna watch something horrible continuously. So I appreciated the blip of hope. And my king, I'm glad that he's away from the captain. I do think that, you know, Junho is a decent enough with his perception and everything like that. He's taken these words to heart, you know, and he's gonna keep an eye on the captain. And let's hope that that all pans out for the best. I do not want to watch an entire season of the captain fucking about. I really don't. Let's get to this quick. Okay, I know we only have 6 episodes, but you know, let's expose this bitch, shall we? Okay. Now, I hopefully talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. I'm just, the next episode's gonna be insane. I already know it. I'll be over here stressed the fuck out for the majority of it. So, there's that. Alright. I just want to talk about the release schedule of these episodes. I am going to try to get these episodes out as quickly as possible or these reactions out as quickly as possible for all of you to watch. Some of you may not be aware, but a little bit after my reactions went up in about like a month later or something like that, or a few weeks later or something like that, Netflix came in and blocked a bunch of my reactions, and it was insanely frustrating because the videos were doing relatively well. And so I went through the process of disputing, and then they rejected, and then I appealed, and then, you know, one of the episodes got released, and I was like, okay, this might be a very tedious process, but I'm just gonna keep doing it. And then I did the next reaction, and they replied with a strike. So, and the reactions that have been taken down for Season 2, that is episodes 4, 5, and 7, I have been, I'm not kidding, re-uploading, editing, re-uploading, editing, re-uploading. I mean, they are truly, when they finally do go up, if they do, they are going to be a shell of what the reactions that they once were. Hopefully you watched them when they were originally up. It's just, and they're fine, and then Netflix manually goes in and takes them down. So because it's manual and it's not automatic, I have a feeling I'm on a list and they're coming for you, girl. Okay, let's just say that. So a couple things. I'm going to try my best to get these reactions out as promptly as possible, but I have a feeling I have quite an uphill battle ahead of me. The other thing that I do want to say is if the reactions do get uploaded, watch them. Watch them immediately. Do not wait. Don't say, oh, I'm going to save that for later. It may not be up later. And given how hard it has been for me to re-upload these reactions that have been blocked, I don't know. I don't know. But it's been insanely frustrating. I've reacted to several other Netflix shows and it's been fine, but even since getting my strike, strike is gone now. It's gone. But I just wanted to let you all know that, you know, it's been a bit difficult behind the scenes, and that may continue on as this season goes on. Okay? But in a perfect world where I'm not battling Netflix behind the scenes, I'm going to try to get these out like every few days, hopefully, and get through this season relatively quickly for you all. Okay? I think that is about it. I appreciate all the support and everything. And thank you for those of you who are very understanding that this was a little bit later because I had a little emergency that I had to attend to and had to give my focus to. All right. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.